Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over week 35 of my pregnancy. I cannot believe we are here. I wanted to wait to film this video until after I went to the doctor so I could update you guys on what they said. I saw the doctor. I was scheduled for an NST, ultrasound, and doctor. So they were not able to do an NST. Ryan came with me and they tried hooking me up to the machine for like 40 minutes and finally decided that they weren't able to get the babies because they were just moving around way too much. So then we just went into the ultrasound room. They measured the babies. So baby A, which is the boy, is measuring 6.5 pounds, and baby B, which is the girl, is measuring 5.5 pounds. So that is a lot. That is a lot. I can't believe that I'm carrying that much baby inside of me without like my water breaking or something happening. Yeah, so everything looked great. Their heart rates were good. They were measuring good. He did. My doctor was a little, I don't know if he was having an off day or what, but he thought that I was having a natural birth for a quick second and was like, okay, so next week we're going to do a cervical or a membrane sweep. And I was like, oh, you can do that? And he was like, oh, wait a minute, you're a C-section. So anyways, I asked him, I'm like, well, can we still do it? Because I'm ready. Because once I'm at 36 weeks, he said I'm good to go into labor. So yeah, so I asked him, could you still do a membrane sweep? And he said yes, that he could still do one. So I am going to request that he does it next week. I did ask how soon after that I could go into labor. He said, oh, if I'm dilated, which they can't, I guess, do a membrane sweep unless you're dilated a little bit. But he did say that usually, I think he said 90% of the time, you go into labor 24 to 72 hours afterwards. Which is pretty high odds. And it is a little scary because I'm like, ooh, that's really soon. But I am just so ready. So if it just quickens the process just a little bit, and it could not do anything. I've seen many women have this done and it does nothing. I have always been one to never go into labor early, other than my last pregnancy, which was a miscarriage at 15 weeks. With my firstborn, I was actually 5 days overdue. And then with my second and third, I had scheduled C-sections, and we scheduled them a week prior, so it was at 39 weeks, and I had no signs of labor. So I think that my body is typically the one to hold on to the babies for as long as possible. So there's a very good chance that this membrane sweep won't do anything other than maybe be painful, which I heard several of you talk about. Leave a comment below if you've ever had a membrane sweep and like what your experience was with it, because I'm a little nervous and I'm so curious as to what it was like for you, like what the experience was like. So that is kind of what happened at the doctor, and I'll be doing that mid next week. So I will let you guys know how that whole process goes and what it felt like and everything. Some of my symptoms that I've been having, I have gotten a couple more stretch marks, which I think is totally normal when you're growing as rapidly as somebody who carries twins does. I have had an extreme amount of pelvic pressure. So another thing that they were able to determine is that both babies decided to flip. So now they are both breech. Good thing I'm not trying to deliver vaginally because that would freak me out. but in turn, it's caused like a lot of pelvic pressure because I don't know whose feet it is. Someone's feet is like pounding like the into my cervix, and it shoots like a sharp shooting pain up my cervix. So it's extremely painful. When I walk, I just feel that pressure down there and I feel that pain. So I'm ready. Something else that has been happening is I'm actually starting to retain fluid. So I am retaining more fluid in my face, my arms, and my ankles. So my ankles haven't had much fluid that I've noticed until yesterday. So I went for a walk with a friend of mine around Target yesterday, and we walked in circles and circles and circles, just to try and get like my body, like I'm trying to get it to prepare to dilate. So that when they turn 36 weeks, we are good to go. And I went to the bathroom. That's what happened. I came to the bathroom and I happened to look down at my ankles, and they were so swollen. I couldn't believe it. I've been swollen with previous pregnancies, but I've held out for this long. I mean, I'm like 35 and a half weeks. So I was like really surprised that I would start retaining fluid this late in a pregnancy. I thought it would happen a little bit sooner. So that's really it. And as far as symptoms go, I still have the reflux. I still have all the other symptoms that I had before. I'm getting up to use the bathroom, what feels like every 10 minutes throughout the night, but I'm sure it's more like every 45 minutes to an hour. And I don't really, it doesn't bother me anymore, because in my mind I just keep telling myself that I'm preparing to do this when the babies get here anyways, because I'm gonna have to get up and feed them. Let's see. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for my 35-week update. I will show you guys a belly shot. So this is my belly shot at 35 weeks. As you can see, I'm getting stretch marks right here. And then this is this side. A lot of people say they've noticed I've dropped, and I definitely feel like I have. And then this is the line. My belly button is all sorts of messed up. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I actually had my gallbladder taken out probably about 4 years ago, and so they had to cut below my belly button, which makes it look a little weird. But yeah, so this is my 35-week belly shot. So thank you guys so much for watching and following my journey. Who knows, maybe we'll have babies in the next couple of weeks. I am certainly hoping so. I wouldn't mind going into labor a little bit early, as long as it's safe for the babies, which the doctor has stated that as long as I'm 36 weeks, which is in just a few days, I will be safe to do so. So I'm pumped. I feel like I have everything that I possibly need for the babies to be here. So we're ready for them. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. I would love to hear your thoughts on what other type of videos you would like for me to make. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to drop those in the comments below as well. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.